Hi everyone, welcome back. I'm sorry this is a bit late. This is the finale of my Finish 10 by Christmas Eve, and I did say in my last update that I would do it as soon as possible and it wouldn't be up for Christmas Eve and may not even be filmed before Christmas Eve, but these are the 10 products I was trying to use up by Christmas. To be honest, it hasn't really, I've not done that great, but let's make a start. I think the one I've religiously used almost every single time I've used my makeup is the e.l.f. bronzer in Cool. So I have made the pan a lot bigger, significantly bigger than it was before. It does come with a mirror, but mine's fallen out. I've used it for both bronzer and in the crease for eyeshadow on a daily basis. What can I say? This product is great in the sense it obviously lasts forever, but also it's quite hard to get any pigment, and I'm swatching now and nothing's coming up on my finger. It's quite hard, it's hard to get pigment, and it's quite hard to powder, so I wouldn't want to repurchase that. I do want a bronzer that's a bit softer, a softer and finer powder than this. So yeah, it's not even an age thing because it's not that old, it really isn't. I've got powders in general older than this that aren't as hard, so that's going to be binned as it is. For my next finish buy, which I've actually already filmed, I'm not going to set a date for it because I do find that quite stressful. I'm just going to use it up at some point through 2016. The one product I did manage to finish up completely, which I'm really chuffed about, is my Barry M nail polish in Raspberry. I can actually see light through the glass, so yeah, that I couldn't even get one fingernail out of what's left, let alone a full set of 10, so really pleased about that. And I've got some more nail varnishes or polishes, whatever you like to call them, to get through in my next one. This is the nubbin that's twisted all the way up. That's the tiny nubbin that's left in my Avon Sheer Rose lipstick. There is enough for a little swatch there to show you the colour, but as you can see from that swatch, I'm going to have to dab it. Because the plastic's at the top, you actually swipe off as much product as you put on when you put it on, because the plastic scrapes it off your lips. So the only way to get that last little nubbin is a lip brush, and I'm dedicated, but I'm not that dedicated, so that's going in the bin. That's considered done. One product that unfortunately I didn't get as much out as I would like is my cream blush, and this was a Max Factor Creamy Blush Miracle Touch in Soft Pink, which is number 14. Really lovely product. It actually worked. At first I sort of said I wish I picked a different time of year to use it, with it being a cream blush, but when I got into the habit of remembering to put it on after my foundation before powdering down, it's lovely. I mean, I've got it on today. I did put it on for the sake of the video, but it is getting binned now, and it's really lovely if you're pale. It gives a lovely sort of wintry, just been out for a walk in the snow sort of flush. I have enjoyed it. I don't think I'd repurchase it just because to me it's like a single eyeshadow. It's fiddly and annoying. I don't really like that. I have a few palettes, blush palettes from Sleek, and one's got a cream shade in the middle, and I much just prefer to have that. I mean, yes, it is good for travel because it's a single, but at the same time, do you want to be restricted to one? Wouldn't you like to take a little compact sort of palette so you have a bit of a variation in option? Butterscotch by Natural Collections, which is a Boots brand. I didn't get much more out of that, so that's going in the bin. They're not very pigmented, they are quite sheer. I used it for the sake of this video, but it's not something that was a pleasure for me to apply, and I didn't stand back and go, oh, I really like the look of that. So in which case, you know, I'm glad to see the back of it, to be honest. Exactly the same can be said for Seashell, and I've got that on today. What I've been doing to try and get it out is using my Marks brush, and which is quite stiff on the end, and sort of digging into it to get some pigment, and then tapping it and rubbing it into the bristles. But I've got that on today, and as you can see, it's barely visible on the lid. When I put it on, either of those, it sort of feels like it's as good as wearing nothing at all, unfortunately. And I wanted to show you the brush, the 228 Luxe Crease by Zoeva, that I used to put the bronzer in my crease. The eyeliner, or the product should we say, that I wasn't able to use at all because I realised the reason I wasn't using it is because it made my eyes water, in which case I'm slightly intolerant or allergic to it, is Avon Violet eyeliner, which is the wet / dry eyeliner, Kajal. Yeah, so it's wet and dry 2-in-1 eyeliner. Just do a swatch for you there. Lovely, beautiful colour. Shame I couldn't use it. I actually don't know where the other one's gone. I did at one point have 2 of those and one of them's gone. The product I did completely use up, though I did manage to scrape out a few remnants for today's video, is the e.l.f. eyeshadow primer in sheer. I have another one of these which I will open and use at some point, but I wouldn't repurchase it because since trying MAC's Painterly paint pot, I've got to admit, when you try MAC paint pots, you don't go back. I mean, maybe some of the more higher end ones are comparable but to me the MAC, I have tried Urban Decay's Primer Potion, which I like, but my favourite is the MAC Painterly paint pot. This product, Benefits Lemonade, I did use it quite a bit more. This ended up being more of a clear out, isn't it, than a use by. Sorry about that, guys. I did, as you can see, the pan's bigger. I did use more of this, but it made my eyelids look older than they are. I suppose if you have redness on your eyelids, it can help, but at the same time green is better as a corrector for red than yellow is, in my opinion. And also, as you can see, I've just literally got some dregs around the corner of the Boyne concealer, so I got through quite a lot of that, but I much preferred that on blemishes than I did under the eye because it's very, very thick, and again, it did age me. So that's everything. That's all 10 products in my use 10 by Christmas Eve, and I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you're doing it along with me, let me know in the comments how you've been getting on, and watch this space because I've already started another load of products to use by, and I've recorded a video which will be uploaded shortly. Take care, bye guys, see you later, bye.